Okay, folks. Sorry about that. You're like shocked out there, but that's in my that intro is actually the only one I can get working today. So really sorry about that. Um, I'm talking to Shawn about I said because I had something lined up, then I thought no, and I challenged everybody, and I said right next time when we come on, what we're going to do, you tell us what you want to talk about. And Shawn said, right, okay, we're going for selling on eBay. Shawn, what's it like to sell on eBay?
Actually, I meant to say Etsy,
Oh, right, okay.
but it's similar. I sold on Etsy about, I would say maybe 15 years ago. And then I stopped for quite a while. And then in the end of this past June, I decided to start selling on Etsy just to see what that was like. And so it's been 6 or 7 weeks, and I've made about, I think, 20 sales so far.
20 seconds. That's not bad, is it? Is it worth, because you're buying something, say you bought something from a supermarket or a shop and everything, for like $20. And the trouble is, then you've got to look at it and say, right, okay, I'm going to sell this on eBay, say, right, or another site for around about $25. Can you do that?
You can list it for whatever you want. It doesn't mean that somebody's actually going to buy the thing for that price because, of course, then there's shipping involved and that's an extra cost. And they can just run down to the store and get it themselves, unless they don't have access to it and they're part of the world. Then they might pay for it. You just don't know.
I've known people like on these. I never use these things myself, eBay or SA or. Um, but the trouble is because there's been a lot of people that have been ripped off in the past because the goods that they've ordered sometimes it doesn't come what they look like in the pictures. Say, is that right?
That can happen. So the best bet is if you're buying something, buy it by and pay through PayPal because they have all kinds of buyer and seller protection policies in place. I don't know what they are offhand at the moment, but there's always like dispute functions and that kind of stuff. So that's the best way to do it. Don't send money through the mail.
So, because PayPal, let's talk about that. Let's talk about these sites where you got to pay for these items and everything. Because the trouble is, sometimes you can say, right, I paid it, and they send the item out, and you haven't paid it. That could be a problem too, isn't it?
Oh, for sure, for sure. But if you use PayPal or the Etsy marketplace, then everything's well archived and there's paper trails everywhere. So you're definitely safe.
Right. Okay. And of course, if they don't pay for it, then what happens is that they know where that person is anyway, don't they, through
That's right.
PayPal?
Exactly. And then all you do is dispute it with PayPal, and then they contact the seller. And then if it's not resolved, then PayPal will give you your money back.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So you're pretty
Uh,
you're pretty safe buying online.
yeah. Have you had any dealings with that? Have you ever been kind of like conned out, or have you ever had things that's turned up and it shouldn't have been?
Actually, yes. Not through eBay or Etsy or anything like that, but buying on Facebook ads is pretty tricky sometimes because a lot of them are scammers, and anybody can set up a shop and buy an ad and sell it um, on Facebook ads. I had ordered some kind of charging dock table thing for I think $30, and the guy sent me this thing instead. It was a clipper set instead. So that's definitely not a charging dock. So I disputed it with PayPal. Actually, no, I didn't even dispute it with PayPal. I sent the guy a message and he was trying to give me, oh, well, I'll give you $5 back. I'm like, no, no, I want the whole thing back. So finally, after about 10 emails back and forth, he gave me my money back. Uh, But I could have disputed it with PayPal and got my money back that way. But it's always better if you avoid the dispute process and they just give it to you.
Yeah, because also there's a new thing out now where because you can actually grade people now on if they are reliable. Is that right?
Oh yeah, there's feedback. I've been on eBay since I think 1999, and I haven't actually bought or sold in years on there, but I still keep it active. And I think I've got over 200 positive feedbacks, 100% positive feedback. So it's important to keep your reputation strong.
Right. Okay. And what's the biggest thing that you sorry, the most that you bought, and what's the less that you bought?
Oof, that's so many years ago. I don't even remember anymore. But I used to buy a lot of action figures back in the day.
Right.
And what did I sell? I sold random things. I can't even remember. It's too long ago. It's got to be at least 10 years since I've bought and sold on eBay.
Okay. So what have you sold recently?
On Etsy, I have sold a lot of these type of things. Funko Pops.
All right.
Yeah, I recently got a deal from a buddy, and so I've been listing them slowly because it takes about 15, 20 minutes for each listing to populate on Etsy because you have to take pictures, you have to have a good title, you have to have a great description, you have to tag it in different things, and it's time consuming. So about 15 minutes on average to make a listing, and then you populate it and hope for the best. And here, if that shows up, that's my store. I call it it's Rusted Robot Toys. I used to have the podcast, the Rusted Robot podcast, and then I closed that down in April of this year and decided to change the name into Rusted Robot Toys and sell on Etsy instead. So
And
just a
on
little.
so you've got your own shop. Have you got a shop on Facebook too? Then.
I have a Facebook page called the Rusted Robot, and anybody can join that. And I sometimes post links to the Etsy shop on Facebook, but mostly I just concentrate on the Etsy shop itself. Like I said, it's only been 6 or 7 weeks. I've made 20 sales. I've got 4 positive feedback reviews because not everybody will leave a review after their purchase. But I got 4 5-star reviews, which is good, 100% of goodness. Uh, and I just set it and forget it and wait for the buyers to come. And it's all very random.
So I haven't seen one of those robots in the box, and I've got somebody here on my radio site saying, "Hi, can Shawn show me that box again with the robot and explain what they do?"
Sure. Let me get another one here that's out of the box. Just 1 second. Okay. All right. So this is what they look like in the box, and this is I think this is who's this guy? This is I think it's Deadpool, and it gives you all the other ones you can collect on the back. And people will either display it in the box and leave it just like that, or they'll take it out of the box and they're about 4 inches high. And this is Robbie the robot from Forbidden Planet, my favorite movie. I won't sell him, but that's what they look like. They're cute. They're stylized. They got the big, oversized eyes, so they look cartoony, and people just absolutely love them. And I've got a lot of them in my shop, and there's lots more that I haven't listed yet because it takes a long time.
Okay,
So
and how much
Rust,
do you sell? How much do you sell them for?
that's the thing. On Let me see. I don't have my phone here with me, but there's an app called the Funko Collector app, and all you have to do is scan the little barcode, and it tells you the trending price in U.S. dollars. So, do I have my phone here? Yes, I do actually. So I will show you actually right now. It's pretty handy. It's right there is the Funko app, and it's not really showing it because it's too bright. But what I'll do is I'll click search, I'll scan the barcode, and it tells us that this thing is worth $21 US price. So what I do in that case is I'll list it on my Etsy shop, probably for $20 Canadian. So I always charge less than the American price because the Canadian dollar is worth less. So not worthless, but worth less. And I sold a whole pile because I sell it for less than the asking price.
Right.
It's fair
Okay.
for them, it's fair for me, and I get things out, and it makes people happy, and there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'd be shopping everything, and on eBay or SA, whatever. Does does it work? Does it kind of like because you got to be so careful, as I was saying earlier, about what you buy and what you sell and everything. Is there any limits on what you can buy or sell, or is it just free and easy?
It's not free. It's I think it's 25 cents to list an item. Uh, so, and I think it stays in your shop for 4 months, and then it renews itself if it doesn't sell in that time. It automatically renews for 20 cents, and then after it does sell, Etsy takes a cut, like 5%. And if for some reason the buyer found it through off-site Etsy ads, they take a further cut. So that hurts. So I haven't figured out if it's actually worth it or not yet, because there are a lot of fees. But I've also made some good sales, so it's hit or miss.
Yeah, yeah. And what's the biggest thing that you ever sold?
What did I sell? Well, I sold a lot of these, 5 of them in a lot. I think it was 5 different Space Jam figures, and I had listed it for $180. So that's the thing that sold worth the most. But this was, let me see, after the fee. I think the fee was like $7 that they took, plus the 25 cents, plus $16 for being on the Etsy ads. So it's a big chunk of your profit sometimes, and sometimes they don't find it through ads. They just search, and then there's just the listing fee, and then the 5%. So you never know how somebody's going to find your item. You never know what your fees are going to be. So it's hit or miss.
Yeah, yeah. Because in the robot you just showed me just now with the box and everything, I think I think somebody said it was something about like they're £15 in the shop in the UK.
Yeah, brand new. If they were in a store direct from the factory, they're usually about. Well, we have a comic book shop here in town, and I think they list them for about $15. So at a regular store, like at GameStop or EB Games or whatever, they're usually anywhere between 10 and 15. And then on the secondary market, if they're more rare and no longer being produced, that's when the value goes up.
Right. Okay. Okay. And and if people are watching now and if they want to buy some off you, is it worth is it worth them collecting it?
It depends on what they like. Some people hate these things because they think they look too cartoony, right? Let me get this again. There.
Well, I don't. I
So
think they're fun.
yeah, oh yeah, they're lots of fun. I've got a bunch myself, and then I've got a bunch that I got from the guy who gave me my stock. But that's not all I sell. I went yard sailing yesterday, and I picked up I think 30 pairs of knitting needles of various sizes. So I threw those on the Etsy shop. So it can be anything. People sell stickers or bath bombs or crocheted items. You name it, and you can sell it.
What's the weirdest thing that you sold?
Let me go to my sold listings here. Let me find out. I'll tell you. Like I said, I've only been on it for like 7 weeks. So,
Yeah, yeah. I'm just having.
but sold listings. I sold one of these. Uh, where is it? I don't know where it is. It's not here right now. But another one of those Funko Pops, Thor from Thor Ragnarok for $50. I sold some Lego sets, some Star Wars Lego sets. A lot of model kits for when you're building cars and stuff. So a lot of model kits, some action figures, the Space Jam stuff, more model kits. Yeah, just so many random things. It doesn't really matter what it is. You can try to list it. I sold a playing cards, like two sets of playing cards with dice that I got at a yard sale for 25 cents, and I listed it for $10, and that sold. So
Gosh.
anything goes. Yeah.
Go- And so what happens? So have you kind of like one time, any particular time, have you kind of like been flat out with sales and everything's gone, and all of a sudden you've got to go out and kind of like get more stock?
Not yet, not yet. I'm still too new to do that. I think I've got just over 60 listings in the store. Um, and the biggest rush was last week where I had 5 sales within 2 days all at once. But it was just a lot of packaging and getting tape. And one thing that I like to do is, if you can read that with my camera, it says, "Thank you for your order." I place that on the outside of the box as a bonus. And then I've got a bunch of random stickers,
All right.
different kinds of stickers that I throw in with the package that they don't necessarily know about. It's just a bonus for shopping at Rusted Robot Toys. And there's some stickers for you in addition to the product that you bought.
That's good, and because you never know, they might come back, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. I've had one repeat customer so far. First, he bought, I think, 5 pop vinyls, and then the next time, a few days later, he bought a lot of 4 of them. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So do you sell everything then, from like phone chargers? Do you? Someone said to me, "I Steve, does Shawn sell any phone chargers? Also, does he sell any wrestling figures and stuff?"
You know what? If I had that stuff, I would put it in the shop. I'm still trying to get more stock. I've been hitting up yard sales and all kinds of stuff. Wrestling figures are really difficult to find, so I haven't gotten any of those yet. But if you go on Etsy and search Rusted Robot Toys, you'll find my store, and I'm listing things almost every day, so there's always new stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Just do that, guys. I'll put the link up for you, and you can have a look at that and see what you can buy. Go to the shop and kind of like support him, because we've been through bad times. You're coming out now, and probably needs all your support.
I could
Trouble is,
definitely use
so
all the
on.
support.
Oh yeah, of course. The trouble is on. I've been looking for. I'm trying to get a green screen at the moment,
Uh,
and the trouble is, what I find is on eBay or anywhere, you've got to kind of like trust people, though, isn't you? For the
yeah.
goods, you buy the goods.
Mhm.
It's all about trust, isn't it? Really?
It is, and that's why they have the feedback rating system. So if somebody's unhappy, they're going to leave you unhappy feedback, negative feedback. But if they're happy, they'll leave good feedback. On Etsy, it tells you how long the store has been open too. It gives you the title, it gives you the stars, how many reviews it's had, and then how long the store has been open for. So if it's been around for a while, you can definitely trust it. If it's got a lot of positive feedback, you can trust it. So, for the most part, from everything that I've seen on Etsy, people are pretty good.
Hmm. And what I like about eBay is this: that if you kind of like say, right, okay, I'm going to have that, and if you don't pay that in an amount of time, they will actually come back to you and kind of like say, okay, uh, they will, kind of like give you a little bit of a tell it off. But if you keep on continuing it, then they suspend your site for a while.
Right, right. And the difference I found between eBay and Etsy, eBay, it's a bidding type system. So whoever wins the bid then has to pay after they've
Yeah,
won the bid. But with Etsy, you're notified once they've paid for the thing. So there's no bidding involved, and it's in their cart. They bought it. You get a notification on your phone saying you made a sale. It makes a little cha-ching sound, and then you package it up and you send it off. So it's already a done deal with Etsy. With eBay, you have to wait for the payment.
Yeah. And I'm looking at your figures now behind you because we talked about that before. And
Mhm.
uh, would you kind of like say someone said, right, I want to buy all your figures. Would you
Like all
still?
these
Yeah,
starships.
yeah.
I don't know. That's my personal stuff. It's my Star Trek Eagle Moss. What are they? Let me see.
Collection, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't have all of them, but these ones up here, that's Eagle Moss, and then over here I've got those are micro machines from Galoob from the late '80s, early '90s, and then down here I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can. It's
Yeah, yeah,
Star Wars titanium ships from about 10 years ago. So
yeah.
I like my little ships. I like starships and action figures. So I tend not to sell those because those are mine, mine, they're mine. You know.
Yeah, yeah, that's the trouble, isn't it? And do you
Mhm.
kind of like do you ever get any big kind of like items? You can buy a big shoe backer now or whatever it's called, or a stormtrooper statue. Can you? You can buy one of them.
I don't have any for sale, but I've bought things like that in the past from different places. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And do they sell quick?
I don't know. I don't have any listed. I couldn't say, but let's see. I listed a Harley Davidson model kit, a box about this big. I think it was a 1/9 scale motorcycle, and listed it for $50, and I think it sold within a week. So some things sell right away, and other things that I've had listed for the whole 7 weeks and they haven't sold yet. So you just never know what's going to go, what people are looking for at any time.
Brilliant. And say it again. What kind of website you got all your stuff
Uh,
on?
it's Etsy, so that's etsy.com. And then my store is called Rusted Robot Toys. And this is the logo for it.
Okay, brilliant. Okay,
So
so guys,
it's easy.
go onto that site now. Have a look, and you never know what you might find. Shawn, thank you very much for joining me once again, talking about
My
toys
pleasure.
and eBay, and
I love talking about toys.
we will next time as well. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. Have a good
Thank
day.
you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.